Let's just open the sack first and see what's actually in it. It might not even be worth the trouble.
Hi.
All right, people. This time, it's serious.
Okay, it's worth it.
Are you ready for another Pokemon adventure with your boy? The question is rhetorical. We have looked at 2 legendary Pokemon Nuzlockes. We watched Jaiden's first one a couple of years ago. We watched James's first one like a week ago. And now we are back. Jaiden Animations! I attempted a Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke. Let's go! I am all Pokemon'd up. This is Generation 4. The 2 Nuzlockes we have looked at so far are Generation 3. So this is a whole new world of Pokemon. Well, you know what we're doing, and if you don't, why don't you just check it out and let's enjoy ourselves, okay? RobertIDK, Jaiden Animations, Pokemon Nuzlocke 2.
3, 2, 1.
So if you're new here, hi. I've
Hello?
done this before. Last year, I made a video about my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke, and the game I played in it was Pokemon Ruby. It was fun, so here I am again, doing another.
Let's
but this time
go.
I attempted to Nuzlocke Pokemon Platinum. I'll explain again super quickly how a Nuzlocke works. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route.
That's
if a Pokemon
crazy.
faints, it dies and you can't use it anymore.
Oh my
and you have to
gosh.
nickname your Pokemon so you grow more attached to them. If you still don't
Of course.
understand, that's not my problem. Let's get
I
started.
nicknamed them anyways.
Oh boy. This was my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Pokemon! So my friend and neighbor Barry is practically dragging me all over the place with his hyperactive squirrel brain, frantically trying to get a Pokemon as soon as possible
Yep,
from
that's
his
how that game
Professor Rowan he
starts.
saw on TV. He
That's
drags
how it
me out to
starts.
Route 201 and is about to leap into the tall grass when, hold it! You guys know going into the tall grass is practically a wish, right?
Yeah.
What you're doing is basically borderline insanity. What absolute moronic lunatics you are.
Idiots.
Have you no respect for your lives?
No, I mean, not really.
Do you have any Pokemon? No. Do you want some?
Yeah!
And like that, I have a Turtwig. I named him Turt and immediately used him to bash
Turt.
in Barry's Chimchar. I was making my way through the routes, but right as I was about to nab the Shinx I found on 202.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Wait
Don't
a minute.
kill it. No! So no Shinx for us. But that's all right. Shinx isn't that great this early anyway.
I wanted that Shinx for Jaiden, actually. That Shinx felt very Jaiden. Okay, so let me get this straight, though. The first Pokemon that you run into in that route, if you accidentally eliminate it, you can't catch anything else until the next route? I thought maybe, you know, okay, fine, just catch the next one. But now I understand. So now Jaiden only has the one Pokemon. That's very sad. What a brilliant rule set.
Shinx isn't that great this early anyway. Then I locked eyes with our first trainer. The first battle. Let's see how we fare against youngster Tristan and his level 5 Starly.
Get that loser.
Oh my god! So in the first trainer battle I ever fought, I almost immediately lose my starter to a critical hit.
You
Why
have to
do I
start over.
suddenly have a very bad feeling about this? Nevertheless, we kept going onward through Jubilife City, where we caught Kronk the Zubat in the cave
Yay.
above Route 204, and Magikarp on 218. Hi, Magikarp.
Aw.
Your name is Puppy. Just outside the
Aw.
city, Barry runs up and demands another battle, so I happily bash in
fine.
his Chimchar again, and his Starly too. I kept on my way, eventually arriving in Orberg City, and nervously challenged Rourke. I was terrified of his Cranidos, but Turt landed a crit Razor Leaf and one-shot it before
got
it could
him,
even do
got him.
anything. So that's badge number 1 for us. I made it to Floroma Town and was really excited because if you didn't know, outside the Valley Windworks, you can find Shellos. And if you didn't know,
Oh.
again, I love Shellos. I ran
Good.
straight to the grass to get my Shellos encounter, and
What? What?
I'm not gonna pass up an encounter, so I very depressingly caught the Shinx and named it Failure to vent my sadness and frustration over
Hey,
not.
hey, Jaiden, don't switch up on Shinx like that. Jaiden only wants what she can't have. She wanted that Shinx 1 minute ago, and now that she doesn't get the other one that she doesn't want Shinx. I didn't want Shinx anyways. Jaiden, appreciate that creature, you know, it loves you. hopefully.
While there, we found Team Galactic messing around, stealing electricity and this little girl's dad. So I beat up the grunt guarding the door, broke in, beat up the grunts in the building until Turt evolved, then found Galactic Commander Mars at the end of the corridor, who I was scared of because she's got a fat cat that hits like a semi-truck. But I had a plan. Back in the Orberg mines, I caught Dwayne the Onyx, and I brought him to the fight because in case things got dicey, I would switch him in to buy time and heal up my other Pokemon. Basically, Dwayne was fodder. Turt took out Mars's Zubat, and when Perugly came out, Kronk plucked off the Oranberry it was holding. But she got hit pretty hard in the process, and since Turt needed a bit of healing before he could get back into it,
Dwayne can take a scratch. Look at that.
Oh,
Dwayne is fine.
You're good.
He's fine, guys. Don't pull the sad nose for Dwayne.
Dwayne's all
fine.
good.
Don't worry.
Oh no, not dark. Not a dark move.
Oh my god.
Save him!
Dude!
Save him!
Alright, I'll give him that. Dwayne gets to live.
Oh, thank goodness. So that is one thing about Pokemon, is sometimes when you want to heal your Pokemon, the safest way to do it is to put away the Pokemon that you want to heal, put out a dumb Pokemon that's just gonna get annihilated because you're using that Pokemon's turn to heal the other Pokemon. And a lot of the time the Pokemon will get, and that's a legitimate strategy in the game. But in a Nuzlocke, you only get one shot at that. If your substitute dies, you can never use it again. You get one heal out of that entire Pokemon. So that is a pretty emotional situation, I will say.
I'll give him that. Dwayne gets to live.
somehow, when Dwayne was supposed to, he hung in there on 1 HP.
Yay,
And you know what? I respected them for it. I let Dwayne live, and Turt was able to take out the Perugly. What a legend.
Yay.
But then I put him back in the box and moved on.
No!
In Mount Coronet, I caught a Bronzor named Big Boy, which I happily added to the team. And right before Gardenia's gym, Kronk evolved, which meant no mercy for those flower ladies.
Nice.
Badge number 2. We slashed the guard bushes in front of the Galactic building and ran up all the stairs where we fought Galactic Commander Jupiter. Let's take a look at how that went.
Don't crit. Don't crit. Don't crit.
Don't crit. Don't crit.
It's
a crit!
But, I mean, that won't do...
It's a crit!
Let's just hit it. Don't crit him.
Don't crit. Don't.
No. Oh my god.
We finally were able to beat
That's
her, but that fight
stressful.
really knocked the wind out of me. I was shaking on my way back
It's
to the Pokemon Center when
terrifying.
this lady Cynthia...
The problem is with a Nuzlocke, it's like if you can lose and it's game over and you start from the beginning. In an RPG game that takes 15, 20 plus hours to play through, that is stressful. I could never do that. The only way I could do that is if I'm making a video that's gonna get millions and millions of views like Jaiden is here. That is the only way that a Nuzlocke would be worth it for me. I can't handle that stress, homies. I'm getting secondhand stress just watching Jaiden's. I can't handle this. I'm an empath, okay?
I was shaking on my way back to the Pokemon Center when this lady Cynthia shows up and is like, egg?
Egg?
Yeah. Anyway, even meeting Cynthia wasn't enough to calm my nerves. So to keep my mind off the absolute tragedy we narrowly avoided, I decided to start training up Big Boy on Cycling Road.
Yay.
And then he died.
No!
I've practiced this game and...
So before you push up your anime glasses and tell me that steel is weak to fire, which I know, by the way, the reason I kept Big Boy in was because not only is his defense an iron wall, but he had heat proof, which negates his fire weakness.
Oh.
But then he got crit. So, first death. I'm sorry, Big Boy. You never had the opportunity to become a big boy. I walked into Wayward Cave and found a Gibble. Gibble is an amazing Pokemon. It turns into Garchomp, which is easily one of, if not the strongest Pokemon in the game that isn't a legendary. Adding it to the team would give us such a huge advantage, and now there is nothing in my way between that and...
No! The crit! See, Jaiden clearly knows way more about, like, specific Pokemon stats than me or even James. When I was watching James's Nuzlocke, it was like, okay, this guy knows a lot about Pokemon, but not enough to, like, make really brilliant strategy. So he's like me. Jaiden seems like a wizard. The fact that she knew that that Pokemon was one of the strongest non-legendaries, I don't even know that. Good job, Turt.
And we're moving on. We arrived in Heart Home City where I caught DeVito the Ralts, Kronk and Puppy evolved. We had a clean win against Fantina, and some lady gave us an Eevee I named Milk. Things were starting to look better now. I was leveling up DeVito against trainers, and when fighting this lovey-dovey couple...
Let's go into Puppy.
Destroy them.
Get rid of the Buizel.
Destroy them.
You're kidding. You're kidding.
And that's why I hate love. In came Shrimp the Scyther I caught on Route 210. Some good news, on Route 213, I finally found a Shellos. I named it Swoop, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I know you're not supposed to have a favorite child, but Swoop was my favorite child, and I wasn't apologetic about it. I trained it up, and now we got a Gastrodon. Turt ended up evolving too, so together with Kronk and Swoop, Maylene was defeated, and badge number 4 was secured. Outside of Pastoria City, I caught a Quagsire named Lol, but when I went to get my Great Marsh encounter, I was trying to get a Yanma and accidentally threw a ball at a Wooper. So now we've got Lol and Oops in the box.
I like
Then I swept
Woopers.
Crasher.
Oh, guys.
So
if any of you guys are looking for like a YouTube profile picture, this Wooper picture is fire. I'm gonna remember right now to screenshot this and include it somewhere in the thumbnail for this video, okay? I'm gonna include this Wooper in the thumbnail for this video.
Now we've got Lol and Oops in the box. Then I swept Crasher Wake with Milk, who is now a Jolteon, with the TM Thunder I bought literally next door. I walked out of the gym and... Team Galactic set up a bomb. I ran down the grunt who detonated it and took him out because he is weak. Cynthia appears again and tells me to bring a charm to her grandma. So I'm like, yes, ma'am. We found her in Celestial Town along with Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, who starts some evil Shakespeare speech about how everything is imperfect, so he's got to blow up the world or something.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. And then he wanted to fight. Puppy took out his Sneasel and I sent out Milk to take care of his Golbat. But Milk decided he wanted to be lazy and not only miss all his thunders, but also
Thunder
punch
does
himself
not have
in
the best
face.
hit ratio.
Milk!
Thunder is one of those moves, it's like Fire Blast, where it's like, it's so powerful, but you don't get many of them, and the accuracy is bad. You can miss like 3 of those in a row. It happens.
Milk!
Oh, and the confusion is genuinely OP in Pokemon as well. Like, the fact that you can hurt yourself like 4 turns in a row. Being
You can't be doing this.
Kronk came out and killed the Golbat because Milk
terrifying.
was being difficult, but I gave him a second chance and he took out the Murkrow. Anyway, here's your
terrifying.
Dusty Charm. I went out and caught a Magnemite named C, then arrived in Canalave City where we barged into Byron's gym and demolished his team with Swoop and Turd. Then Team Galactic sets off another bomb, this time at Lake Valor. So Barry, Professor Rowan's assistant Lucas, and I split up to check on the lakes. As I'm scrolling past all the flopping Magikarp, I run into Galactic Commander Saturn, who we swept the floor with. After that, we headed over to Lake Verity, where we did the exact same with Mars. There was a part where Turt got crit and almost died. Oh god. Oh god. But we're fine, he's fine. Finally, we had to go check up on Barry at Lake Acuity, and after trekking through 6 feet of snow for like a mile, we get there to find Barry at the top of a cliff like, ha ha ha, you can't climb rocks. Come back when you can climb rocks, loser. I'll go fight Candace's gym now, I guess. Now, we've been having some good type matchups with the past few gyms, so I haven't really been nervous about most of them, but Candace uses ice types, which like half my team is weak against. Which, you know, nervousness rising. Not only was I at a massive type disadvantage, but the main threats on our team were her Abomasnow because it hits like a truck and sets up hail, and her Frostlass because it'll use the hail from the Abomasnow to heighten its evasiveness with Snow Cloak, spam double teams, and then just sweep my team.
So, okay, so let me actually say this now. I forgot to mention this until now. I recently filmed the TheOdd1sOut Nuzlocke video, which I think is my favorite one. It's one of my favorite Odd1sOut videos ever, if not the best one ever. I was blown away by how good that video was. It was amazing. I went and did a whole Pokemon Ruby playthrough since then. Okay, here it is. Here's my stuff. This is my team. I just finished the game, and honestly, this Groudon pretty much did the entire thing for me. If you can believe that I beat the Elite Four with a level 51 Groudon and pretty much nothing else. Basically, I have no idea how I survived either, but yeah, those are my Pokemon, and I guess there's not too much else I can show you right now. But I played the game. But the point I was going to make was that gym battles are like tough on their own.
So you want to go or what, tough guy, huh?
We're ready for you this time, Brock.
As if, buddy. Just don't tell Professor Oak what happened here today.
Got it.
Your funeral, buddy. Go 8-ball.
It's not at all difficult to end up losing a gym battle, let alone like losing several Pokemon along the way. Doing it on a Nuzlocke, I genuinely can't imagine the stress. It's so easy to just get completely screwed over in a gym battle.
Why does this keep happening to me?
By the way, my friends, I must remind you, when I look at Jaiden Animations, a lot of the time my videos do get copyright claimed. So me and Cameron are working hard on these videos for you out of the goodness of our hearts. We are not making money off of them. So since we are still working super hard on these videos, if you could do me a favor by hitting like on the video while you're here, making sure you're subscribed to my channel, and also afterwards just watching other videos of mine that are not copyright claimed. If you could go on a little watching session for me, it would make me feel a bit better about the wonderful world of getting copyright claimed. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to Jaiden because obviously this video took so much work and it's a classic. So support the original creator as always. You guys know how important that is to me. Thank you, friends. Okay, let's continue.
I walked in, took a deep breath, which didn't make me feel better at all, and started the battle. Shrimp took out her Sneasel, and Scoop took out her Piloswine, almost dying in the process. And then she finally brought out the big bad Abomasnow. Since it's grass ice type, I taught Puppy Fire Blast. Yeah, I didn't know we could... Anyway, I wasn't sure it could one-shot because Puppy's not a special attacker, and lo and behold, it didn't.
It didn't miss.
Fire Blast does miss pretty often.
Please kill it. Please. It's quad.
Oh,
it's quad.
wow. Oh my gosh.
Eventually, Puppy took it out, but that was absolutely terrifying. Last but not least, Frostlass.
That's scary.
I wanted to have Scoop Rain Dance to get rid of the hail so Frostlass's Snow Cloak isn't activated, but since Scoop was sitting at a not-so-chill 20 HP, that wasn't going to work out super great. However, since I didn't want Kronk to be in this fight at all, right before the fight, I swapped her with Failure the Shinx.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, little guy.
Sacrificial
Failure
lamb.
looked up at the looming head that was Frostlass in front of her, and as I healed up Scoop, Failure was killed in its blizzard. It's really unfortunate we had to resort to it, but I give Failure a salute for stepping up and surrendering.
Yeah, it sounds more like a success.
Scoop came out, got off the rain dance, and after a close battle, was able to pull through. We won, but it wasn't without sacrifice. We had a moment of silence for Failure, the true MVP of the fight. Gone, but not forgotten. Now we could climb the rocks to Lake Acuity, and when we got up there, Barry's got snot dripping down his face, crying in the snow because he got beat up by Jupiter, who looks at me and is like, "See ya, I'm going to Veilstone HQ."
Wow, rude. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna go to Veilstone. We start running through the base trying to find Cyrus, but when fighting this scientist...
Psychic.
Oh no. Porygon 2. Epic
Porygon
Pokemon.
2
Love it.
freaks me out. It is way too powerful, way too bulky, and it's way too weird.
Porygonal.
I do like Porygon 2 though. I would like a plush of Porygon 2. Very cute. What? What?
Yo!
No!
Unbelievable.
We lost Scoop!
I wasn't okay. Kurt came out and curb stomped the Porygon 2 out of vengeance, but to put it lightly, I wasn't taking that too well.
That was a level 42.
My heart is breaking. I'm like actually sad.
But life doesn't stop when your dog
Yeah, that's
dies,
pretty
so I had to
brutal.
keep trucking and brought Law the Quagsire to the team. With an intense thirst for revenge, I stormed into Cyrus's room. Fight! Shrimp and Milk took out his team
Get
in
'em.
no time. I snatched his Master Ball and used his teleport pad to enter the basement where Mess Spirit, Azelf, and Uxie are all being held captive. Fight! And like Cyrus, Saturn was swept too. After releasing the Lake Guardians, we head to Mount Coronet because Cyrus wants to go there and destroy the planet, I think. And we catch up to him at the Spear Pillar.
happens.
Before we can run up and attack him, Mars and Jupiter step in. Then Barry arrives. Honestly,
Those
I have
darn
no idea
planets.
how he found us all here. And it's like, I'll help. Lal takes out both their Bronzors, Mars's Purugly, and Barry's Munchlax. So I thought, you know, it was all smooth sailing, right? Well...
Yes. Not the bats.
Wow, Barry.
Not the night muffins.
Really
Oh, no,
doing
no,
a lot
no,
for the
no, no.
team, aren't ya?
Okay, that's fine. Wait,
Oh my god, no, it has Giga Drain?
Giga Drain can be crazy. That can be a devastating
No.
move.
No, oh no, oh no! It was a crit!
Not only did I not know their Golbat had Giga Drain for some reason, but it also got a crit. So I was starting to feel
That's
bad.
brutal.
But then I started panicking. The
Yeah,
thing
that's
is, after you fight
terrifying.
Mars and Jupiter, you have to go into the Distortion world and fight Cyrus and Giratina.
Oh
If
my
Cynthia
gosh.
forces us into the Distortion world without us being able to get a new member, we're
That
in
could be
massive
it.
trouble.
That
we finish
could
up the
be
battle
it.
and Cyrus starts his whole spiel about how the world is imperfect, blah, blah, blah. Everything must
blah.
die except for me. Then he gets swallowed up by Giratina. A hole opens, a rip in space leading to the Distortion world. And I'm kind of just standing off to the side, twiddling my thumbs like, Cynthia, please don't shove me in there without my consent.
Cynthia, can I go? I have something to do. Our world will be destroyed. Are you ready?
No.
I'm not.
Oh, thank goodness.
Let me go.
Thank
I'm free.
goodness.
Holy crap.
Thank goodness.
Get me out of here. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, lol. We just got you. And then you But luckily, remember when I accidentally caught that Wooper while trying to get a Yanma?
Yes.
It's time, Oops. You were no accident. You're our lucky star who will carry us to victory.
Happy
we got
Wooper.
Oops leveled up, came back to the spear pillar where Cynthia was just sitting there waiting for us, and hopped in. Everything is topsy-turvy and the Lake Guardians are telling me to push boulders into holes. And suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like,
Okay, I'ma keep it real. I never finished this game. I have not seen the Distortion world. And I know you may be saying, Robert, you're a casual. I am a casual in some ways. I've told this story before, but just for clarity, I was obsessed with the first 2 generations of Pokemon. And then when the 3rd generation came out, Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, I didn't get a Game Boy Advance until it had already been out for like 2 years. And so by that point, I was like, oh, it's too late. I'll get a different game. And then when Diamond and Pearl came out and I got Diamond, I was like, wait, I missed that whole generation. Now I feel completely lost. And like, I played a lot of it. I did play like halfway through this game, but I just kind of gave up on it. I think I was also at that random age where you don't like Pokemon. Like, I think humans go through phases of like, okay, I'll get into Pokemon now. Or, okay, no, let me focus on the real world for a bit. We go through that. But when I played through Ruby the other day after James's video, I'm like, oh my gosh, I finally got to experience this game. And now I'm so doing Gen 4 now. I have to do Gen 4 now after seeing this.
and suddenly I'm on a floating crest of land with Cynthia, who's basically like, Cyrus, get lost and never come back. And Cyrus didn't like that. So he came at me. Oops took out his Houndoom and his Gyarados came out, so I switched to Milk. But I was very terrified because Cyrus's Gyarados has Earthquake. So if Milk misses his Thunder here, he dies. And Milk is notorious for missing his Thunders. But it hit. Milk lives another day. He also took out Cyrus's Crobat and Honchkrow, and Shrimp finished up his Weavile. Cyrus steps aside, and suddenly it's just me and the Angel of Darkness itself.
The Angel of Darkness. Oh, wait, is that the legendary from Platinum? Oh, whoa, what the heck? Does this happen in the game? Whoa, this is a top 10 Jaiden anime moments. This ain't Jaiden Animation, this is Jaiden Anime. The Master Ball. You can do it. Get it.
I threw the Master Ball, and like that, it was over. I saved the world. Now to get back to my gym badges. I arrived at Sunny Shore City and started making my way through Volkner's gym.
Now
I
you
know
have
he's the
that
eighth gym leader and he's
monstrous
supposed to be
creature.
tough, and apparently he's depressed
Wait a minute,
because everyone...
wait, I forget. Are you allowed to use legendaries and Nuzlocks? Because just for Jaiden's sake, I want her to be able to use that legendary. It would really help, but I guess it would make it slightly less tense, knowing that she's a bit safer with that big old legendary. I don't know, let's find out.
I know he's the 8th gym leader and he's supposed to be tough, and apparently he's depressed because everyone who challenges him isn't good enough and he's bored. But I wasn't concerned.
Suffering
We have
from
Oops,
success.
and none of his Pokemon can do anything about it. It's not like they have Giga Drain or anything, right?
Yeah,
They
no.
didn't, I checked. Oops was just Earthquake and everything, and at the end, I'll admit, I got a bit scared.
Okay, don't crit. If you
Elective
crit Giga
Iron.
Impact, that would be really
No, you'd never.
Holy
But it's all good. We're all good. And with that, off to Victory Road we went, where we caught ourselves a Gabite I named Flakes.
Finally.
Would have been nice to have one, I don't know, near the beginning of the game, say, in Wayward Cave, you know. But whatever. Cool. Better late than never. It's good to have just in case something goes horribly wrong out of nowhere.
No.
Flakes is base 60. Yeah, it is.
No.
It's an amazing. Whoa, 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 whoa. No!
Why does this keep happening to me?
Oh dear. And that's the straw that broke the camel's back. After Puppy I stepped back and decided the team we go into the Elite Four with needs to be the best possible team we can build. The Elite Four here goes pretty hard, so I couldn't go in willy-nilly just hoping for the best. After literally a few hours of calculations and research, I settled on a team I thought would give us the highest possibility of winning. I added Flakes to the team in place of Puppy, and with a heavy heart, left Milk and Kronk behind as I brought C the now Magnezone and Colgate the Togekiss I hatched from the eggs Cynthia gave me. Even though I was sad to not bring Milk and Kronk into the final battles with us, they won't be forgotten. And it doesn't negate the fact they were such huge assets to the team, and I wouldn't have made it this far without them.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys on the other side. I took a step towards the doors of no return and immediately got interrupted by Barry, who wanted to have one last fight.
Fine, I'll destroy you, fine.
How are we doing it? We're doing the Elite Four. All right.
Oh, hallucinations.
Welcome.
That's called trauma.
This is the Elite Four. The battle starts and C takes out Aaron Xeon Mega and Vespiquen, Oops takes out his Rapion, and Colgate takes out his Scizor and Heracross.
All
Next up is Bertha.
No, don't scare me! Don't do that, Jaiden,
Bertha loves
please.
ground types, but Turt and Oops had a smooth time smashing through her team. I felt a horrible shiver when her Rhyperior came out, but things went well. On to Flint.
Okay. Nothing weird going on at all. Jaiden, please! No! No Pokemon.exe.
Flint has a pretty scary team, but luckily Oops and Flakes had no trouble plowing through them as well. And with that, we're on to the last member.
All right.
Lucian. Now, Shrimp hasn't had much time to shine in these fights so far, so I decided I wanted to let her go all out. She set up sword stances and bullet punched everything.
Good
Proud
job,
of you,
Shrimp.
And suddenly, I'm at the entrance to the champion. The trainer who's been known to crush dreams in a single battle, and many still fear to this day. I took a deep breath. Things are going surprisingly well, and I don't know how to feel about it. But I looked up, and there she was.
Do it.
At this moment, I have only one last objective.
Destroy them.
Defeat Cynthia. She leads with Spiritomb, which has no weaknesses, so I sent out Turt to hit it as hard as possible. Flakes takes out her Togekiss, and then her Garchomp comes out. This is known to be one of the toughest boss Pokemon in the entire franchise. And rightfully so. That thing was made by Satan himself, and I'm sure even he fears what he has created. I immediately switched to Oops, who's the only Pokemon that can lead us to victory here. I planned to put it to sleep with Yawn, and then Ice Beam it until it died.
Don't never judge a book by its cover. Apparently.
But then, Oops was crit. And that was it. Nothing on my team can take a hit from this monster. And even if they could, they couldn't do much damage back. I sat there in disbelief, knowing there wasn't anything I could have done. And the battle is basically unwinnable now. I brought out Shrimp to bullet punch it so we could get in a little bit of damage, but she was Colloy. Colgate tried to chip away at it. He did some damage too, but was crit one shot. At this point, I'd accepted defeat. Only Turt, C, and Flakes were left. It's hopeless at this point. Flakes came out, and against all odds, Flakes outsped Cynthia's Garchomp and killed it. I didn't think he could do it. He was 2 levels weaker, and I don't know. I just didn't think he could outspeed it. Suddenly, there was a chance. We could win this after all. Cynthia brings out her Milotic, which C took out with a few Thunderbolts. Flakes took out the Lucario with Dig. Look, my Earthquake TM is on Squoop, and we all know what happened there. Finally, her last Pokemon comes out. Roserade. Flakes went in for the Dragon Claw, and the battle was over. We won. As Cynthia's congratulating me, A sudden feeling of overwhelming guilt washes over my entire body.
No,
So
you're okay.
intense it almost knocks me down.
You're okay.
I don't think I deserve this. Something here isn't
What?
right. This wasn't meant for me. Back in the Distortion world when Giratina split me in two, how do I know I'm me? What happened
What?
in the other timeline where I saw glimpses of what happened parallel to this world, that was me too. Those things happened. Was that the ending I'm destined to have? The world I'm living in now is how I want things to be, but the other
What?
Jaiden is equally me as I am her. Even if you might think I deserve this dimension, things don't work like that. Are there some things you can't escape, even when you try everything you can do to alter it? I don't know the
Jaiden,
answer.
what the
I may
heck?
be able to sit on this throne now and thank all the Pokemon that put in everything to help me get here. All the hard work, sacrifices we made.
Yeah.
But I don't think I can ever accept this victory. I don't know what ending was meant for me. And I don't think I ever will.
Is this serious? Is Jaiden being serious right now? What on earth? What was that? I thought she was gonna end it with a joke. But no, she's like, okay, let's just make it super serious at the end. And create some conflict that was not there the whole rest of the time. Okay. Yeah, that video is awesome, as they are. Well, anyways, here's what I want to know. Out of the 3 Nuzlockes we have watched, which one was your favorite? I'ma keep it real. Jaiden's are definitely more like, she brings you into the story rather than like telling the story. You know what I mean? When you watch James, it's like, James is telling us the story of like him playing the game, but Jaiden treats it as more of an immersive experience in a sense. Overall, I genuinely think James's video was like one of the best animations I've ever seen ever. I loved it. But also the animation was just genuinely incredible. But Jaiden's are also awesome. It's been a long time since I watched the previous one, so I should probably go back and watch that. But this one slapped as well. But in the comments, I want you to let me know, out of the 3, how do you rank them? And what was your favorite? And homies, if you haven't seen one of the 2 other Pokemon Nuzlocke videos I've done, here they are. Here's the 2 of them. You can watch the other Jaiden one or watch the James one. Both amazing videos. This is Jaiden's channel. And here's another video of mine that YouTube thinks you will like. I'll see you in one of these 3 videos, people, okay? Peace.
Uncle